It's based off of, I believe, Vampire Survivors, the game, which a lot of people absolutely love. I guess that game is absolutely crazy popular right now, so it'd be very cool to see. In addition, guys, we do have the new Celestial hero that is up, which is Tarnos, the Atoner. Overall, guys, not sure I've seen much use of him. Even in the Celestial Tower, I looked at a couple battles, talked to a couple guildies. Not really too much going on with him right now, and a lot of it I believe has to be doing with the warrior. I seen him actually in one Cursed Realm comp formation, but he was actually significantly down within the best in slot for the team comps. So again, wait to build him out, guys. We don't know exactly where he is going to be, where he's going to be landing, if he's going to have utility. Celestial Tower, I would probably say yes, just because of the double teams. But ultimately, guys, building him out is just going to take a lot of time if he does have a place. We know within the heroes, there's a couple heroes like Titus that really never found a place. Even in the Celestial Tower, he's not used. Even in the double teams, he's not used, which is unfortunate. Pretty cool hero, but again, there is not really a need for the design for him. What's going on, guys? Thank you guys for joining me. Ymir the Tainted Mage, really looking forward for Big Burst. Yeah, I would love to see I'd love to see him do better than he is. Overall, Tarnos not doing too much. But what I would love to see, guys, is I want to see Solus when we get the Awakened version of Solus. I am hoping, fingers crossed, that it is going to be a support hero. That is what a lot of players were kind of leaning towards, is the support hero. If it's not a support hero, I think a lot of people are going to be let down and not too impressed. But we did get a star not too long ago. But it would be very cool to see just not another damage hero. We've seen it with Thane, we've seen it with Talene, we've seen it with Brutus, all just being that damage class. Even though Talene is a tank, damages the majority of the spots. And then, of course, Aziz was crowd control, which you only need one single version of the Awakened Aziz to really be effective. So not too super impressed with him. Building him out definitely was not worth it, guys. I would just get that one single copy of the Awakened version of Aziz, and then we'll go. Yes, what I'm liking, though, is anytime that we get the new Awakened hero, of course, we're going to get these cards out of the tower. So you can see, guys, we have a lot of our time emblems right in here, meaning that as we continue to push through the towers, we're going to get more of these time emblems. And of course, when the Awakened version of Solus comes out, the Wilder Tower is going to join in here, giving you a ton of cards. I believe on the Wilder account, I already have 500 plus cards that we're just continuing to do the dailies. I'm not doing anything else in those cards. In addition, guys, I believe the Poetic Pop Quiz is coming up tonight. And then, of course, the Lost Sigils event is still going on currently if you're looking to get the Hodgkin exclusive event. And also the Temporal Rift, guys. We only have 20 more days of the Temporal Rift. A lot of players gave a ton of feedback with the Temporal Rift and the struggle, guys. We're on, like, I think 350 right now. This has been incredibly, 366 right now. This has been incredibly difficult. It's almost like I met a really, really strong wall in the Temporal Rift, not allowing me to progress any further. 200 cards to use if she has. Yeah, I'm really hoping she has a place in there. Leaning towards Solus becoming a support. Yes, exactly, Geeky. That's what I'm looking for. I love Solus. I really think the character had a huge, huge build. But ultimately, with the Floral Spectre, and this is one of the reasons they kind of dropped the ball with her, Floral Spectre, when you start getting into level deficiencies, it dies instantly. It is literally dead the second that it pops up, meaning this whole damage aspect of here is gone. And then you look at some of these where the Floral Spectre will actually hit multiple targets, things of that nature, guys. That is gone as well because the Floral Spectre is dead. Really, her toolkit was good till they didn't work in the amount of HP the Floral Spectre needs to actually survive within there, which was definitely needed. How important is it to build Halos? Halos, guys, is probably one of the more important heroes to build Kraken Crunch. The big thing with him is we're seeing him everywhere. We're seeing him in the Dune Destroyer comps. We're seeing him in the Cursed Realm. We're seeing him in the Twisted Realm. We're seeing him pretty much everywhere. The Abyssal Expedition, the hunting fields, he is showing up everywhere, which is the reason why I would definitely recommend building him out, guys. Any of the guides you look at, he is in those guides. Any of the best in slot formations, he actually falls into a couple different ones, whether you're running, for instance, in the Curse Realm Team 1 or 2, he falls into a lot of places. So I would put him very high on the priority cracking just because he is used in so many aspects of AFK Arena currently. We see him in a ton of formations because he has energy regen. That's really the big one, is the energy regen, guys, that does incredibly well. So I have built Non-Awakened Thane to 309, working on his engraving. Yes, Geeky. So if you're building the original version of Thane, he needs the plus 60 engraving. This is the one right here. Each critical strike deals increases its attack rating. This is the only reason to build the original version of Thane, guys. He has to be maxed out, meaning 309, 60 to really be effective. If you do not have the 60, you're missing the damage aspect that he comes with, which is the reason why we are definitely going to build him out. What is my guess for the Awakened Graveborn? Honestly, for the Awakened Graveborn, guys, I would do Chimera. If anyone at all, guys, I think they should do the Awakened version of Chimera. Most of you guys, if you've been playing AFK Arena for 3 years, Chimera was always the carry. Chimera was the go-to for pretty much every team comp until Daemon came out. Daemon replaced Chimera, which is funny because the son replaces the mother. But when Daemon came out, now he is the carry. Up until that point, Chimera was used for an incredible amount of AFK content. I think she would be ultimately a not only a fan favorite just because so many players started AFK Arena utilizing Chimera. They have the little character, the little figurine of her, the like, I think a foot tall figurine of Chimera. I think she would be absolutely amazing to see. If you do a hero like Isabella, I know a lot of people like Isabella. I don't know, because going with Solus is a little bit of a newer hero in comparison. I would love to see Chimera. What's going on, Javid? Javid is super sleepy. Yeah, I would love to see Chimera. Has Grez been nerfed? He feels way weaker. Not that I have seen. Grez has not been nerfed that I know of. I don't know. She didn't just have a build. She is the build. Who should I stargaze for after Alna and Lucretia? Honestly, looking at meta formations, after that, I would probably go with Mahira and Khazard. And honestly, I might even do Khazard first. Khazard you only need at a mythic rating because you need this plus 30 signature item. Now, Khazard is being used in a ton of formations with Raku, also being used in a ton of formations with Leonardo da Vinci, which is the reason, guys, the Charmazard works well, but it's been almost replaced in some instances that we've seen the Raku and the Leonardo da Vinci combination together, but all of those do hinge around Khazard's plus 30 signature item. So I would either go Mahira or I would go Khazard after that. Yeah, I was thinking about Isabella. I know Isabella's always kind of interesting. In chapter 30 or 29, got my 5th copy of Twins today. Yeah, Twins are super tough, guys. Twins are one that you absolutely want to build. Yeah, in right there, Helos after Alna is ascended. Then working on Athalia. Yeah, guys, not a big focus with the heroes that are out of the Challenger store. It's not as big as a priority because those heroes will be built eventually. I know it might take a little bit longer to get them built out of the Challenger store, but they will come, and they will come in time. I know most people want Chimera, but I'm going to be honest, I really think that the Awakened Reborn is either Baden or Nara. Yeah, I thought Baden. I mean, Baden plays into the story, and that's what a lot of people have kind of said. Baden and Thane, their stories do go kind of hand in hand, which is the reason a lot of players, Geeky, have said Baden. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see exactly who it is. Now, with Solus coming up, means we got another 2 or 3 months till we get our Graveborn hero, and then we'll have to see where they're going to go from there. If they're going to go back to doing another Celestial hero, we'll have to see. If they just kind of continue that Awakened rotation, the Celestial, then the Hypogen, then back to the Light Bearer, and then Mauler, so on and so forth. We'll have to see. And look at that, guys. We got our first subscriber for today. Bentley, thank you for subbing to the channel. We're at 26,200 plus, which is absolute insanity on how far this has grown. What do I think of the first Kaz, one copy, or twins? Yeah, Khazard, you need Mythic. That's what you need. Twins only need Unlock to a point. Would you recommend first getting my Mortis to Ascended first before I start working on Helos? No, Kraken. The big thing, so I put two heroes kind of in the same bucket. The Twins and Mortis. Mortis only needs to be built out higher when he's dying out, Kraken Crunch. You don't really need to focus on Mortis a lot. He doesn't need the signature item. He doesn't need the furniture. He doesn't need the engraving. Now, they do help again with the survivability, but if Mortis is staying in battles and is giving him enough time to put his empowerment ability on all of your heroes, if he dies, then there's not really any point at that. But if he's dying out too quick before he has the ability to buff anyone, he's going to have to be a little stronger. I would go ahead and build Helos before I went and built Mortis out to the point. Helos doesn't work very well without the furniture, doesn't work very well without the plus 60 engraving because of the ability to go ahead and add in that energy regeneration, which is good. If they do Thorn, I'll quit. That's it. They're quitting on that one. Awakened Dimensional, probably not. I don't think they're going to do an Awakened Dimensional because those heroes just go straight to the max, which would be kind of crazy. And yes, 100% Exeter Major, we need a Dimensional Tower. We have absolutely talked about that quite a bit. We need a Dimensional Tower, which would be absolutely amazing. All right, guys, let's get into a couple summons. I've been saving up my resources, seeing what is coming, but we have 6 Elite Stones. Hoping for a Celestial or a Hydrogen hero here. And we get Saurus. Nope, just a bunch of food. Got a couple summons. Like I said, we're going to continue building out the heroes that we have. And of course, those are just going to be fodder heroes. Wish list, guys, is pretty empty as of right now. And we know Solus is not going to be going in here anytime soon. So right now, we're just building out probably Orin. Orin's the only one that or Yorin, however you want to say it, is really the only one that we don't have built up that much. Finally got Ascendant Odin. Yes, absolutely, guys. Odin is huge. Absolutely huge. He is such a hero that puts out so much power. It is crazy the amount of utility that he's got. And there we go, guys. There is Thisu. I think Thisu we do not have at 5 stars yet, which is good. Kayleen we already do have all the way to Ascended. Again, we're just going to pull some copies. Building out Valoris. What's going on, Kaz? And there we go, guys. A free copy of Helos. We were talking about him. Now we get a free copy. Absolutely. That is awesome to see a Celestial hero in there. And look at that. Back to back, guys. And it is Orin or Yorin, however you want to say it. And our final one gives us just some more resources. That's okay, guys. We are doing absolutely amazing with the build in these heroes. Stargazer, we have 23 here plus our 19, so a couple copies there, and then 2 more there from Brutus. All right, guys, we still need Brutus copies. We have Thane built, we have Aziz built. Now we just need a couple copies here of Brutus. And I'm hoping if we've seen some diamonds, I would be very, very happy with the diamonds, or a copy of Brutus, which there we go, guys, a copy of Brutus. And we got a Wilder card in there. Very, very nice. Yes, I absolutely love the streamer luck. That is the reason why we do this live. Same here, guys. Valoris, we got 4 copies of Valoris last time, guys, with very minimal resources. We did incredibly well with the pulls. Let's see if we can keep this one going, guys. Which there is a Mauler card. Another Wilder card right there. Every pull is closer to another copy. That is honestly the way that I look at it, guys. Just some more resources. So it looks like now it might be one more copy. We did get one. I didn't know if we were going to actually get one out of here, but we did. Guys, that is one more closer to having her up to Legendary Plus. Again, every single copy is just one closer. But that does add another star onto Thisu. Gonna have to build him out. He does really well within the Mauler Tower. I don't see much utility outside of there, but ultimately it does work. And all of these heroes we have built out. So just using those as food. We need a couple more there for Orin. And then, of course, we have the food built. I've been going through and just recycling the food kind of over and over. How good is Belinda? Belinda used to be a hero that was used for an incredible amount of AFK Arena. Right now, Belinda is not used for anything but a buffer every now and then. Even in the Lightbearer Tower, I don't find I'm using her very much for a damage dealer because we have Thane, we have Gwen, we have Morrow. I don't really use Belinda for anything, so I would say, yeah, she was a good choice once upon a time, but not anymore. Can you do every few weeks a streamer with? Yeah, I could stream the faction accounts. Absolutely, I could stream the faction accounts. What's going on, Oakbo? Yeah, the progression is getting there, guys. We're at 16 billion combat rating, which is incredible. There we go, guys. A little more, a couple more free cards, which I will take. A couple more of our Twisted Essence, which I love. And just continuing our progression in here. Look at that. Tree is getting there, guys. I started leveling up my Durus Fortitude once I got this to 109. Same with Substance. We're going to continue building those out. Trying to max out those trees, guys, just takes an incredible amount of time. Even looking at the King's Tower, 700, 708, 703. This tower, once I got to 3 teams in here, guys, I just get crushed. I've tried it so many different ways. I've tried it with so many different heroes. I feel like my Maulers are so far behind the build, especially not having the Awakened version of Brutus, which he's close. We got one more right there. But ultimately, we are so far behind. I need to focus on Maulers a lot. Even if you see here, guys, no plus 60 signature items. I have 2 at plus 30. But ultimately, this is very detrimental to climbing the tower, which kind of stinks. Wilders, I'm doing pretty good. Graveborn, again, I do pretty good. I can make a little bit of progression on there. Celestial Tower, same exact issue. So I have the absolute problem with not having the Awakened version of Taylene. Even though I do Merc one, that's the only one I make progression. And then, of course, with Audrey, I need Audrey built up a considerable amount for her to do damage within the tower. I'm lacking the damage in there. Not only missing the Awakened version of Taylene, but not having Audrey built out enough. I was also working on Queen. She is actually the top of the list. So we're going to rapid strength her. There we go. Plus 30 right there. That's what we were looking for, guys. Survivability a little bit higher. You can see increase her defense. The crit rating is increased, defense is increased. We wanted that one because we do use her in the 5-pull all the time, which is the reason why we're continuing to build them out, guys. The faction accounts I could definitely do. I might even do some streaming during the week if I can find out find time. It would be very cool. I have Rowan A3 signature item 30. Yes, plus 30 signature. The engraving not really a huge priority on Rowan there, Raphael. Yeah, my Maulers are trash. Yeah, exactly. Don't blame you. The Maulers aren't the best. Yep. Do you find it annoying where? Oh yeah, absolutely, Apollinaire. So a lot of times you get this exclamation point, and you can see it everywhere. Even here, there's nothing to do. I can do my battle wager. No history in there, and there's nothing to do, nothing to collect. AFK Arena has been kind of addressing that, Apollinaire, for an incredible amount of time. Every time you log in, it'll even say, oh, the Captain's Claw skin is new. It'll have you look at it, and again, you don't do anything with it. What is Candyland? So Candyland is chapter 43. So this is actually Candyland. So we moved into Candyland on the last video. I want to try to make a little bit more progression in here. If you guys ever played Candyland as a kid, let me know. My son and I and my daughter, we have played Candyland a significant amount. We have to do the furniture summons, which I know still have a lot more in here. Yeah, finally made it in here. Also, but also building up Granite at the moment. Yeah, Granite is an instant crowd control, which is pretty good. I do like the ability for Granite's instant crowd control. We don't have anyone who is eligible in here, and we're still focusing on building up, of course, Scarlet. Scarlet is one we're going to take to the max, guys. I'm actually going to put the maximum furniture on her. So let's go ahead. 17,000. That is right. Pokecoins already. Piece in there for Kayleen. She's already at 3 of 9. She does incredibly well tanking within the Graveborn Tower. Has a lot of crowd control, which is the reason we built her out. There is Joan of Arc. She is another one, guys. Almost done. Double furniture for her. Very nice. That is 2 closer. Gives us 2 or 1 card on the table. We'll recycle these. But furniture, absolutely, guys. So that gives the 3 of 9, while 4 of 9 now. Very nice. That is where we wanted to get Joan of Arc. We at least wanted that 3 of 9 for Joan to continue making progression with her. And she's another hero, guys. She has been showing up a lot into your Cursed rom-coms. So we've actually seen a lot of the heroes showing up in the Cursed rom-coms. Joan of Arc is one of them. Of course, with the big boost that she gets to the attack and the defense. What is the glowing red furniture next to the 500 furniture? So the glowing red furniture, this little one next to our 502, that is Mythic plus maxed furniture. We do have maxed furniture out of there. We do have maxed furniture in here for Scarlet. So when you max out a piece of furniture, you can see our little tiny glow right here. It is a maxed piece of furniture. It is not just the +1 on there, but we have the max 3 of 3 furniture for Scarlet. That is how it is annotated in here. It gives you the one right there, which is awesome. Love the new Hodgkin skin. Yes, I love the summer skins. Didn't like the Lucius one or the Belinda one very much, but the Hodgkin skin, I like. The Raccoon skin, I absolutely love. I think it is very, very cool to see. I'm so close to the Hodgkin skin. I have 65 Graveborn, 45 Hypo. Yeah, Jesus is always here. We have Lucifer and Jesus in here. That is right. Save the card. Yes. I always save the cards to get somebody 9 of 9. Ultimately, I want to get Audrey. I know quite a bit higher. Frampton would benefit from it. But I know we have Brutus that is building. Once we get Brutus to Ascended, if I have those 9 of 9 cards there, that would be awesome to absolutely build them out. And Hendrik, guys, 3 of 9 furniture on Hendrik is another one that does incredibly well. As we continue to make our progression in here, he does well, and I need him built up for the Lightbearer Tower. Again, a lot of heroes to build in here still, guys. And there is our little Raku skin, which I love. I decided to go for a copy of Zorath instead of Hodgkin skin, since I don't like the skin. Yeah, the big thing, Trollmaster, is I don't buy the skins. If you guys remember in here, if the skin costs resources, I do not buy the skins. And I don't buy them on purpose because I am not going to sacrifice my resources within an event like the Lost Sigils. To me, as much as I like the cosmetics, I like the free cosmetics. I'm not going to, again, I'm not going to spend my resources in here. I'm actually down here. I'm getting another copy of Taylene, just like I talked about in my video. So this one I'm actually building to get another copy of the original Taylene. Guys, the original Taylene is used in a lot of AFK Arena still, which is the big reason why we're building her out. She is in a lot of formations still, which is awesome. Right there she is. There's our copy of Helos. So hopefully we can build them up a little bit more with copies. But she is used in a ton, guys. We have been engraving her higher. We've actually been building her up higher. Even went to a +30 signature item to try to overcome the combat rating or the power that Halos has at the +60. We're going to continue building her out, guys. Again, a lot of facets of AFK Arena. She is still being used. She is absolutely still being used within, again, a lot of avenues. So let's crush some candy, guys. I want to try to make it a little bit further in here. And I want to try to stay ahead of the curve, or ahead of the power curve. Even looking here, guys, we're about, what, 170? Around 170 levels. So again, we're going to let this go. And this team comp here is incredibly, incredibly strong. This, again, is one of the reasons why I said, you know, building out a couple of heroes in here Zolrath, we have Grez in here. We have Mishka, of course, for the crowd control. If we can get Leonardo to ult quicker, works incredibly well. Have you played the new Mario Kart Deluxe? No, I haven't, Raphael. I have both of the Tailings maxed out. Yes. G-Ball, like I said, the Tailings work incredibly well. They are two heroes, guys. Any hero that is going to bring themselves back to life in combat, absolutely. It's very, very powerful to see. There we go. So we got the crowd control locked down there. Just got to get the RNG here. I don't have the money to buy them, unfortunately. How late are you, Lazarus? About half an hour. We're about half an hour in. Here's my first build to Celestial, and I'm working on her Awakened form. Yeah. Again, guys, the Awakened version of Tailene does incredibly well. The original version does, and the Awakened version, both of them very, very strong. I want to see where they're going to be coming in with Solus. Honestly, I want to see what Solus is going to look like and how strong they are going to make this hero. I think that they are going to make her pretty broken. I think she's going to be one that we absolutely want to go ahead and build. Again, I think they're going to make her pretty strong when it comes to the builds themselves, which again is going to be very, very cool to see. They just have to build her out. I want to see. What's going on, Devin? Been working on Odin and Ain's engraving lately. Yes, both of those Dark Lucifer are absolutely awesome. There are two you're going to use. You're going to use both of those. What's going on, Blaze? Yeah, both Odin. Odin is used in a ton of formations. Same with Ain's. Ain's still does have a lot of utility. Big thing is when you get to a certain point, the utility of Ain's is a little bit lower. He's not putting out enough damage to be super, super ultra effective, which is kind of sad. And look at this, guys. Respin down here. This is the problem that we have with Respin. This is also the problem that we have with Ullard. Even these heroes, guys, they're not putting enough damage to get through the shields, and we might have to manually do this. So one of the things with Raku is his ultimate ability is not super effective, but the rest of him is. So if he has if you take off auto and actually have him attack manually, it works incredibly well, which is the reason why so many heroes go that route. But manual is just a pain in the butt for where he sits, because then you have to pay a ton of attention to getting these ultimate abilities off. And sometimes manual doesn't work that well. Yeah, Raku skin I love. I think Raku skin is so very, very cool. I'm going to turn on auto and let it go. I don't buy the skins, just prefer to get them myself. Yeah, like I was saying, I will not buy the skins. I don't see the value if they have a cost behind it, just because of overall, I don't think the value is there. The physical or the look of the hero, if it added stats, yes, definitely. Just the visual skin, I'm more worried about building out my heroes and having the utility versus the visual skin that we see within the heroes. We're so lucky with Awakened Tailene. That's awesome. Both of my Awakened Tailene copies were the same. They're both from regular summons. And again, guys, back to Respin on this one. Only saw the initial video on Orin and used my HTTP on him that I saw later. Yeah, he's Orin, again, a lot of people have been kind of on the fence with him. It doesn't seem like he has been super effective, which is sad, but so far he hasn't been coming in that high. Honestly, it hasn't. I'm not too impressed with him. Even a lot of players that do have him built, again, Orin hasn't come in, or Yorin hasn't come in very high. See, look at this, guys. Grez is living in this one. My Grez keeps dying every time. There's the cheese, which I don't like. We got Ulna. Let's try the Ulna. I know, start getting in level deficiencies. It gets a little tougher, to say the least. But of course, we have Scarlet here, guys. And remember, she has a lot more furniture on her, which just rains fire down. Man, Scarlet puts out some damage. It's incredible. 6.53 billion damage there, which is the reason why we build her. Honestly, that is the reason why we build her. There's Lucretia, which we have this team comp pretty well built. Absolutely. Gonna stay in chapter 40 forever. Oh, you're gonna be stuck there, Artemis? Stuck in chapter 40 forever. The progression just takes time. And that's one of the big things, guys, is it does take a lot of time to make progression in AFK Arena. Honestly, it does. There's so much to it now. Again, it's incredible, but is the progression worth it for the time? For me, yes. It's a game that I love to play. Absolutely. But stages like this can make it a little tedious, a little more difficult. When you start getting into, you know, the 200 level deficiencies, we've still been leveling up. I've still been gaining a lot of levels on a regular basis. Seems like we're going to have to get Lucretia over to the enemy side. Remember, with the artifacts, guys, it gets boosted up on the enemy side. And look at that, guys. Another subscriber. What's going on, Eric? Thank you for subbing to the channel. Let's see what else we got. So that's the same with Lucretia. So no Rez. He pushed past us. I'm not sure if he's in chat. Sometimes he's quiet, but So no Rez made it past us here. We're going to have to get this one down using his team comp, which is going to be awesome. Octaline is one of the more perfectly balanced Awakened heroes. Yes, absolutely, Jesus. I like the Awakened version of Taline. I think they did incredible building that one. They really did. They really did good. Scarlet, just like you need to beat a state. Yeah, exactly. Scarlet, guys, the ultimate abilities of Scarlet are hands down the damage. She puts out so much damage in such a fast manner. What floor in the King's Tower you get 3 teams? I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure just off the top of my head what floor gets you to 3 teams. But when you start pushing that King's Tower, guys, again, level deficiencies in there go up pretty quick. I think we're at like 9. I think I'm at like level or floor 915 already. I just thought I looked and I was like, did we finish stage? Thorin. It's going to go Thorin again. Thorin cheese, we know you can't really get away from, but we'll let it go. 661, there you go. Lazarus knows. We'll try the cheese. We'll get this one. I really thought I won't suppress chapter 30. Yeah, exactly. Now you hear you are in 40. Again, guys, campaign just takes time. There's no other way to really say it until you just continue to push progression through here. It is just the time and the return. The more levels you are, the more deficiency you're pushing, the longer it's going to take. Or you can stall in the chapters in the campaign like a lot of players do. For me, this content I've never seen, which is the reason why I really wanted to push it a lot harder. Because going through 43, I know it's going to take a lot of time. But again, this is content that I've never seen, which is awesome. Thoughts on the new Wondrous pouch event? Found it pretty rough. My thoughts on the new event is there's not much to it. I was kind of disappointed with the amount of time that it took to go through there for the reward. I feel like since I've already completed all of the stuff that offered me rewards within the new event, the Shadow Invasion, I'm probably not going to go back and play it until they do something with it. Whether it is revamping something, whether it is, building something out. There's not a huge drive to do anything else on there. They need to fix the leaderboards. We talked about it a little bit earlier. They really need to add a lot of leaderboards in there with rewards. Give a reason for players to play, and a reason for players to push in there is honestly what they need to do. I want to start a new account on 999, but server doesn't want to open. Oh, yeah. Starting on 999. A lot of people said 1,000. They want to start on S1000. Server 1000 is what they're looking. Who should I use the swap scroll on? Really depends. So for the swap scroll, yes, you cannot have the engraving. And there we go, guys. Boom! Thorin gets it done. 14.44 billion damage from Thorin, which is the reason now we get into the boss stages, guys. Let's see. Did Sono Reds get through here? I don't think he did. This might be, we might have caught right up to Sono Reds. Willowford actually went through here pretty quick. We have Lucretia there. All right, we have the 5-pull. We have the Charmazard. And then we have the Alnigraz. So these ones, guys, absolutely we can use these formations. All of these heroes are built and ready to go. And of course, it's Flora. Most of you know, if you're going through any of the Flora stages, guys, she is the nightmare. The absolute nightmare to deal with is Flora. Especially with Thorin Cheese, it is still the nightmare that you have to deal with. It's incredible. And I don't know, Thorin here, we might have to try a different comp. Sometimes he ults super quick. We actually get them together. Other times it almost like it doesn't work, like it kind of cheeses. But I look for some team that is right around where I'm at. And we're at about 612. That's pretty good. What are we at, 610? So I'll actually go through here. I'll pick a battle around 612. And again, it's going to be this exact same Thorin Cheese. Let's see. Yeah, swap scroll doesn't work if a hero is engraved. So if you go on there and you see exactly why your swap scroll is not showing up, that is the big reason, guys, is you cannot swap scroll a hero that has engraving on there. I'm stuck on 4119 Thorin Cheese. Yes, absolutely, David. Thorin Cheese is a nightmare to try to get through. It's difficult. It is a struggle to get through. Wonder if the chicken will get awakened form. That would be pretty funny. Awakened, the awakened chicken. My Tailing is boss. It's Silver Star. Oh, you maxed it out. So my God's Warrior maxed it out all the way with Tailing, which I like. Yeah, Flora Zafriel. My biggest pain, guys, that I hate more than anything within AFK Arena is Zolrath. When you're going through the Dismal Maze and you have to fight him twice, when you're going through campaign stages and you have to fight him twice, Zolrath is my absolute nightmare, guys. That is the hero that I hate more than anything is Zolrath. Zolrath doing multiple stages is such a pain. Thorin Cheese is just the bane of the existence. I always clear all the other teams in Chapter 40. Easy. Yeah, Thorin Cheese is RNG, guys. It is such a big RNG aspect with the Thorin Cheese. But like I've said before, undeniable, it works. It works. It just does take a little bit of time, but it works incredibly well with the RNG aspect to get it done. So we'll fight. Yeah, fighting Thorin is a bane too. Again, as much as we like the cheese, there's been a lot of cases where he's actually cheesed my team and killed my entire team out, which is pretty tough. Yeah, Teddy, 41-19. The Thorin Cheese stages are where people get stuck. Also with the Charmazard, the Charmazard, the Mahira, and Khazard is another one that is really tough to get through because, again, it has a really big RNG aspect in there. But as you can see, guys, Dark is stuck on a Flora stage. The Flora stages, Flora up there is incredibly difficult to deal with. Through the entire game, I remember when Flora was introduced, and everybody was excited about her. She was the cool new Celestial hero. And then you found her in the campaign, and then it was just a nightmare. It was a nightmare once you did get into the campaign. Super difficult to get through, super difficult to deal with, which is the reason why all of a sudden everyone started hating Flora for that exact reason. Super tough to deal with in there. I've personally given up on pushing. There's no need currently. I got all the Misty Valley rewards. That was the thing that I was doing, Jesus, was we started our progression to go through and get the rest of the Misty Valley rewards. Now, when they update it again, so if they add a couple more chapters in there, I want to proactively already have it done, which is the reason why I kind of went to pushing a little more in the campaign, is I want to proactively have it done so I'm not struggling or I'm not stuck to trying to push stages to get through at a very, very fast pace is my thought. I want to proactively try to get through here. But again, guys, with the Thorin stage, it can be incredibly, incredibly time consuming. There's the ult. The one ult, he took down everybody but Saurus. Plus, we also do have the shadow version of Kelthar up. If you see him, Kelthar goes spectral form. Kelthar does a lot of damage in that spectral form. I'm on hiatus on chapter 40. Yeah, so it looks like everyone is parking in chapter 40, guys. Seems like that is going to be the spot where everyone is stopping. Most two hated heroes are Flora and Zolrath. Yes, absolutely, Trollmaster. Those are the two that I hate. And we got Flora down on that one. She came out of the sky. Just have to kill everyone the first time with the ult. And we'll get it through here. I'm excited to see what Awakened Soulless will be like. Definitely not close enough to get her with cards because I used all for the Awakened Brutus. Yeah, Devin, absolutely. I am excited to see and interested to see exactly how they're going to build her. A lot of players were saying with her build, they should have went fire, but it seems like they went the opposite. It seems like she is going to be kind of water-based, which is gonna be interesting in itself. Skills and abilities, I'm not sure exactly what her SP is going to do. If you've seen the short that I put out last night, really the best way to do it, the short showed kind of the glass picture of what they're thinking with her. We just have to see what the skills and abilities look. It's going to be interesting to see. And again, I don't know if they're going to build her as a support hero, which again, a lot of players have said. And Luis, look at that. Subscriber number 3, guys. We are definitely getting the count of subscribers up. We are 26,000 plus, moving on to 27,000 subscribers, which is absolute insanity. Yeah, Thorin can go away. There we go. Engraving on Thorin, guys. I engraved Thorin. Absolutely do not. Public service announcement, PSA, do not engrave Thorin, guys. There is no reason to engrave the hero. It's actually pretty detrimental because he gets a lot of stats that he doesn't need, and there is no need. The plus 30 on Thorin, I'm probably going to reset it when I have the ability to or the option to. I'm probably going to reset his engraving again, allowing him to take more damage, which is the perfect build for him. We talked so much about Thorin that I got furniture on him. Yeah, there we go. Boom! Look at that, guys. Thorin comes through 13.01 billion damage. That is right. We talk about Thorin. Thorin comes through for us again with his Halloween costume and everything. Thorin, just like that. We don't pay attention for a minute, and Thorin comes through. This one, of course, I'm worried about this one as well because, of course, we have Flora again. And I hate Flora. Guys, Flora stages are a nightmare. And I don't know if I have him built out. How can we reset Thorin? You can only reset him if you have a swap scroll, if he's not engraved to reset him. Or a lot of players have actually built a second Thorin, which is interesting to think about. But they have actually built a second Thorin. So they have one Thorin that is built kind of maxed out. And then they have a second Thorin, which again is built as well. Interesting, very, very interesting to see. But yeah, another Flora stage. And again, I don't know if I have Ainz built enough. If you look, guys, to do enough damage. This is where Ainz starts falling off. If he doesn't get Mortis's buff early, it's really tough to build out of here. And there we go. So we got the buff early. But again, I don't know if, and I wonder if we try the replacement. So a lot of players have said replacing Arthur with Joan of Arc is what a lot of players have said, that possibly you could see a replacement in there. Because we do have Joan built up a little bit. Again, not sure how super effective this is going to be. Because there she goes forward with that stanchion. See, I don't know. I don't know because, of course, Arthur has a pretty good damage mitigation. And he has that aura. I think it might be Arthur to go back. Yeah, Flora stages. Everyone, again, hates this. Pretty much all gacha games, the last hero is the strongest. Yes, it is the power creep mentality. King Tarzan, that's exactly what they do. It is the big, like I said, the big power creep. The newer heroes are always going to be stronger than the older heroes, which is the reason why we see kind of the deficiency in there. And Arthur's pretty well built here. There's not much I can really put on there. Hey, Mr. Streamer, what a nice day when you are. Oh, thank you, Ahmed. Yeah, I love doing the streams. Most of you guys, I'm always excited, guys. That's why I plan them. That's why I love doing the streams. I get to talk to all the players that play AFK Arena. In my life, I don't really have anyone to talk to about the game itself. That's why I love coming in and talking to you guys. The Lucretia 5 pull is good versus Flora. Yes, if you can burst down the enemy Sorrow, it does work well, but a lot of times it's hard to burst them down that fast. I don't use AFK Helper. I see formations that beat the stage in my game, just like FHG. Yes, so AFK Helper was out long before essentially the copy battle option was there, or the formation option was there. It's almost like they built AFK Helper into AFK Arena, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty interesting way to do it. And look at Javid there with all my emojis. Those are the emojis for being a member. I have to update those, guys. I can add a couple more. So every member we have to the channel gives us the abilities to enter or build more emojis in here. So I'm definitely going to have to update that. I'm going to make a note for it right now to update those, because it's very cool to see the emojis that you don't get anywhere else. Some of those were, I believe, from AFK Arena, from the Discord server, but it's very cool to see those, guys. And I love the heart, the big red heart there at the end. I'm sitting in bed sick watching the stream and making me feel a little bit better. That's it. I'm therapeutic, Dark Lucifer. Definitely love to do the stream. It's very cool. You can't take a hero you have already above Legendary Plus. Oh, you can't, Lazarus? That's why a lot of people said to build out another Thorin. Does it not? It doesn't let you take it above? Oh, you were strike. I'm not sure if it does. That's actually a good question. I'm going to save a couple copies of Thorin and I'm going to try it. A lot of players said to build a second Thorin, which if you're saying that that's not an option, that's not something we can do, I absolutely want to look at that. We almost got that one down. Personally, Foob and Juma. What's going on, Carol? Thank you for joining us. Awesome formation. Yes, I've used a lot of those in AFK Helper. Like I said, it's interesting that they went ahead and built that formation in here. Very interesting addition with that. Oh, and Flora is such a pain, guys. Even just seeing her take off, you start seeing heroes just begin to drop in here, which is crazy. I might just skip this stage and we'll go on to the next stage and see, because this one might be one that we just have to go ahead and set and let it and kind of forget it. And here we got the pull, guys. Mishka, Scarlet for the ult. And look at the crowd control back here from Leonardo. The reverse 5 pull crowd control, just allowing Scarlet to continue the ult. But then Almas comes out. Almas goes, when he goes deep root, when Almas goes deep root, you can't crowd control him. So that actually cancels out the crowd control real quick. So there's 0. Yeah, so there we go, guys. You cannot build 2 Thorin. Can't build them. That is a no. There we go. So the official confirmation there. Let's see if Mishka can take these guys down. Anytime I fight Almas, guys, I'm always disappointed when I fight Almas, because I see how great the tank could be, which kind of sucks. I love Almas and I love his build. I love his abilities, but we don't have an option to build him like that, which again kind of makes me sad, because I'd love to see a fully built, viable Almas. Even on the accounts that I have him completely maxed out, he doesn't do anything. He literally just dies in the very, very first stage. Yeah, Thorin for 1. Now we have to reset Thorin again. Think we're getting into too high of the level deficiencies here, guys. But we got to beat out Sono Res. Again, I don't know if he's hiding in the chat. A lot of times he does. But it goes without saying, guys. This team, interesting team again. For some of the meta comps in here, it's a very interesting dynamic. I know I have to get Iran built up a little bit more because you can see, guys, if I get some engraving on him, a lot of players said he does incredibly well with that engraving aspect with the crowd control, which I would love to see. I would absolutely love to see. But I think, oh, she had a little sliver. My girlfriend says hi. Well, hi to AMV's girlfriend. Hope everything is well over where you're at. No more Mr. Bad Guy Thorn for you guys. We only get one. That's pretty. Sorry for joining late. I'm taking Awakened Taileen to 5 stars and engraving 100 as well. Very nice, Carol. If there's a hero that you're going to build out, guys, Awakened Taileen is a very solid choice. She has a lot of viability. Twisted Realm and Cursed Realm, also used in formations. A good choice. A good choice, definitely, to take and build out in that respect. There's a couple heroes, again, that I would not take that high, but some like Lucretia, Awakened Taileen, absolutely. Even the version of the Awakened Thane that we did, absolutely, it makes sense to take them higher, especially when you're looking at the damage-dealing heroes. You want to build them out. The more you build them out, the more utility you're going to get out of them. Also, the more damage they're going to do, which is the big reason why we said, you know, when it comes to Awakened Thane, Awakened Taileen, Awakened Brutus, building them out higher is going to perform better, just like Scarlet. Building her past that 9 of 9 furniture is, of course, going to allow her to really maximize the damage, which is, again, the reason why we built her out considerably higher. We want the damage. We want the damage that she's going to put in there. Is the new Celestial trash? Monkey, so far the answer is trying to find a niche place for him to use. I wouldn't go as far as to classify him as trash yet. It's still a little bit too early. But the big thing is, one, having players get him built. So Tarnos, getting him really built, seeing where he looks. But the big thing that I look at and that I always kind of... the big thing that I always look at is, are we replacing heroes we currently have? And honestly, that's probably one of the biggest thing within AFK Arena, is looking at if we're replacing a hero that we already have built, or is it a hero that is going to kind of stand alone, where it seems like Tarnos being a warrior, it seems like you're just going to be probably replacing another hero. And then what is the cost to build that hero out? Where if I have to put a lot of time, effort, money into Tarnos, is he really going to be worth it? The probability is no, is my thought again, to replace one simple hero. Because I think of even some of the Cursed Realm fights where if you have Valoris, it's the best in slot team. If you have Audrey, it's such a close level deficiency, it doesn't really make a big difference. Which again, but you have to build an entirely new hero just to replace a hero essentially that you already have. So it again, you really have to look at the viability and where the hero is going to fit in, because even if they're niche, is there a reason to really build out a hero that you might use for one single formation? Chances are probably not. That's really the big thing. There's not an absolute huge priority to build out some of the heroes that you're not really going to use in very many places. The viability, again, within formations or team comps is not really there to replace a warrior hero with another warrior. Even when you look again at Tarnos, when you look at, having Entendre in that space, having Saurus in that space, are they easily going to be replaced, or is he going to be a hero that is literally a standalone hero that you're going to have to build? What's going on, Keck? Try strengthening, yes, absolutely. Just what King Tarzan said. We're building Scarlet up with the furniture. She already has, I believe, 14 of 36 on here. We are continuing to build her up. I'm going to take her to that plus 36 furniture, which again, we want the stats in here to really drive the damage she's doing. Driving the damage is, of course, going to help with the Twisted Realm a ton. And there we go, guys. Got that one done, which is the reason why we want to build her out much, much higher, is we want the viability and the usability, the damage she's putting out. We want to maximize the damage that she continues to do within these formations. It is 100% required to have the damage. What's going on, Doyle? Thank you. I have Scarlet 309 E60 as, yeah, absolutely, guys. Again, looking at heroes like Scarlet, you have to build her up as high as you can because of the stats. The stats are really the big thing within the formations that you want to focus on. And of course, she's a hero. The stats are super, super important for her. The more, again, the more you build her out, the better she's going to perform because of the stats. When you add in the Elder Tree that does, percentage base increases, again, the higher the stats, the better she is going to perform right off the bat. I built Taylene. Do you recommend that I build Thane or Brutus next? Right now, Trollmaster, I would go with Brutus, but knowing that Solus is so close to being released, I would wait. I would absolutely wait to see where she comes in. She might be far and above better than Thane and Brutus. So again, I would kind of just pause right now to see what is coming soon, essentially, before we go ahead and spend a bunch of resources into a hero that possibly is just going to have a different hero soon. Hold on to your resources right now, guys. Anytime we release a new hero, just wait. Honestly, wait to see what the new hero is going to bring. Look at the guys, 2.73. This is the reason why I built Zolrath so much higher. Also building him up with that plus 60 engraving makes a big difference. Zolrath does an incredible amount of damage, which is the reason, similar to Odin, you want to build them out higher. They do a ton of damage, guys. They absolutely, the damage, the multiplication factor as you're continuing to build them out is the reason to build them out. New Celestial is kind of poo in considering. Yeah. Solus thought it's going to be, thought it was going to be Tassie Monkey. But no, it is official. It is Solus is going to be the next Awaken one. On the test server, we already have the Impending Doom, the little event that is up right now. And there we go, guys. Odin got this one done. Look at that, 5.61 billion. Still need higher engraving on him. And that brings us to the Hell Stage, also known as the Flora Stage. This is going to be the auto battle. Try to get this through. We'll go through. We'll answer some more questions. We're about at an hour, but if we can get through one boss stage on here, I would be happy. I would be happy to get through one boss stage. Yeah, Tarnos is a crowd control hero. Again, I don't know how effective he's going to be. Again, we're going to have to see where he falls into formations. That's really the big thing. If Tarnos is a game changer or is he just another hero? Because right now, guys, we have so many heroes in AFK Arena. It's kind of absolute crazy to see where this game has grown and how many heroes we have. It is, in my opinion, guys, it is absolutely crazy with, again, how many heroes that we have in this game. It's going to be interesting. And I know they said to put Brutus in here. I'm going to try putting Brutus in here. And Miller of, big shout out, guys. There's a couple guildies, especially BMO. It looks like this. Brutus was from BMO. I rely on a lot of my guildies to really help me carry in here. Again, big shout out to BMO and Miller of. They let me merc heroes and they let me borrow heroes a lot of the time, guys. It makes a big difference. It makes a big difference in the Cursed Realm, in the Twisted Realm, in a lot of different formations. Being able to merc the fully built heroes, to me, is a game changer. And I want to say thank you to them. It's very cool to see that they do merc and allow me to borrow some of these heroes. Let me try. I'm thinking Taylene as well. just because I know that the factor of her dying pretty quick. But of course, guys, it does kind of change up the game a little bit with the team comps. That's kind of the interesting part that I love with AFK Arena is swapping out a couple heroes will actually change the pattern on how the allied heroes are dying, which again is interesting dynamic in itself. But I think we'll get through here. The new Celestial is good, but not great. Exactly, Carol. So how much do you want to invest in a Celestial hero to get him up to good is really my thought. Is he going to be a game changer? Probably not. 99.99% PvP, just like what Javid said, if you're looking at the crowd control PvP aspect, which I don't focus on at all. Is he going in meta formations? Probably not. Is he in the trial version used within the Twisted Realm or the Cursed Realm? Not that we've seen yet. So both of those were a no when it came to, again, seeing where he is fitting in. They haven't really been there. What's going on, Peter? Too many heroes now. Remember the old OG Chimera Brutus? Yeah, the Chimera Brutus meta comps that we had back in the day were awesome. I absolutely love them. That's why I'm wondering if they're going to do the Awakened version of Chimera, guys. In my opinion, again, that would be probably one of the most game changer heroes would be the Awakened version of Chimera. I would love it. I would love to see it. Do I build Anasta or just keep summoning for Moriel? Honestly, Bloody, Anasta does well. Moriel, the big thing with Moriel is, of course, the Twisted Realm Dark Namora. So that's really one of the big ones is if you want to score, if you're looking at maximizing your damage within Dark Namora, Moriel is really required. Also used in some Twisted Realm comps with Torn. So there's a couple good reasons in there to build Moriel. The other one with Moriel, guys, is I use her a lot. You have to have her as the damage within the towers. So also within the towers, works incredibly well within the Celestial Tower. Have a Moriel built. So she has a lot of utility in that factor. So you might find a lot of viability with her just because of the utility of her used in a bunch of different places. My goal is 1 tower stage before the stream ends. Oh, nice. Push in the tower. Save him for the Awakened Graveborn. I'm going to 5-star no matter the swipes. Yeah, exactly. Jesus is already saving for the Graveborn. Absolutely. Might be Baden. Might be Isabella. Could also be Chimera, which would be cool. In the Celestial Tower, I'm stuck at 300 because it has Brutus and Flora. Yes. Some of the floors you'll find, Peter, are the absolute stopping point. I'm stuck at 661 with the third team of Maulers. I am so hard stuck in there. There's nothing that I can do. I saw a few videos. Is it worth exchanging? If so, what's the difference with exchanging now and after the event? So Joan of Arc is absolutely worth exchanging. She's a support dimensional hero. What is the difference? You cannot exchange now. So even if you fill everything up in there, you cannot exchange till 7 days before the end of the event. So they're actually going to sit there for a little bit, meaning that you can't pre-buy the exchange for the hero. You have to wait till that 7 days. After the event is gone, you cannot get her. You'll have to garrison her eventually, or you'll have to merc her. You won't be able to exchange after the event. You have to do it when you have the 7 days, essentially. Let's look at some of these for Team 2. I want to see if we have another one. I think not having Eins built out a little bit more makes a big difference in here. So let's look at some of these Team 2s. Here we got Lucy, which, look, they did the cheese right there. But I think we used Helos. Did we? Let's see if we can do this formation. I love when I see like the low-level cheeses, which we didn't. So Granite, of course, is going to stun Yukio, which most players don't even know who Yukio is. So Yukio is actually our dimensional hero down here. he was actually the first, I believe, pay hero that we had to buy. Let me try this battle. Queen, of course, is maxed out. We have the plus 30 there. Helos is here. And then Yukio, we can actually just throw... Oh, we can't put... I'm not going to worry about his gear. I'm just going to put the artifact on him. Let's see. And this will stun Flora. Watch Flora here, guys. No, Flora still took off. I thought he would block Flora. That's interesting. They still used Yukio in here. Because usually you need Zolrath. Zolrath is usually the delay in here. But that's interesting that they did this battle with this formation. I'm gonna give it some tries. Yeah, I thought Yukio had to be up front. But see, there, Lucretia kind of goes crazy with the damage, which I love, guys. It's always so cool. And even there, you can see, guys, Helos will actually buff up Lucretia from the start. She'll come out with the little cube right over her head. But see, even there, it seems like it's kind of crazy. What's going on, Lux? Yukio ain't much of a hero outside of it. Yeah. Is Dragon Ball Z in this game? Love to hear. Yeah, I would love to see some crossovers. It would be very, very cool to see. Give the correct... Oh, yeah, let me see. What do we have, Javid? What's on here? Because Yukio is one that I can't even tell you when I've used Yukio. So I know the Chaos Bringer in there. Who else do we got? Lucretia's going enemy side, so we know we want that. We've seen that before. Queen, I usually run the same. Usually either run the Dura's Eye or the Breaker. What does Granite have? Granite needs the shield, right? Which he does have. That's usually what he uses. What do we need, Javid? Give the correct artifacts. One good thing. Maybe remove gear from the Mauler. I don't know if that's going to make a big difference. But that is kind of a cheese. If he can die, plus 30 signature item is a quick cheese on here. Yeah, I know. I can't do the copy with the artifacts. Let me see what they got. So here again, I figured that was right. So we got the strings, the call. There we go. So it's the call. Javi knows the call is the difference right there. Got the strings in the call. So let's see. Let's go ahead. We'll throw strings around him, which is good. So Yukio with the call. Of course, that's going to give him the haste. So that's the big thing, guys, is the haste right here. Let's go ahead and grab that off Mortis since we're not using him. So let's see if he stuns now. Look at that. So it kept Flora on the ground for that one for a second. So the call is the trick, guys. Watch Yukio hit Flora. Boom. And then there's the stun. That's a cheese. That's a good cheese. I don't know what just happened there, but I want to slow it down. So if they're all stunned, Lucretia can literally just run over and just run it through. But see, Lucretia is getting locked out. Lucretia's actually getting confined from Falks. Then she's taking out totems. Is that what she was wearing? I know the other artifact doesn't allow the confine. Yeah, she was. That's what I'm wondering. That's pretty cool. It seems like just such a cheese. And then we have all the right artifacts on there. Let's just auto battle this and see where it goes. Oh, let's put back on the 4x speed. Right there, she only had 2 targets left. I think it's just going to be the RNG aspect. Because there, look at that. We got it done, guys. I know we're a little bit late on the stream, but there is the stage. I want to see that. So let's slow this down, guys, because I think she killed Flora off the bat. Oops. Let me slow this down to no speed. So she comes over. Boom. Right there, they got stunned. Flora's already dead. So Flora got killed off of the bat. That was awesome. That was absolutely, I want to play it one more time. So Flora didn't even get off the ground. So there she goes. Yukio stunned her. There we go. Flora's already dead. That is awesome. That is awesome. There you go, guys. There's a use for Yukio to go ahead and stun. But that takes us through another boss stage in there. That is what we wanted to get to, guys. Giving us 5,000 diamonds. We'll do one summon to end the video today. Still looking, of course, for our copies of Wondrous. We just pulled one of the last summons. Get a wilder card in there, which might give us something. I'm hoping that we pull some more copies of Orin. There we go. Thisu, very nice. Just some more food. We're going to have to save for another week, or we're going to have to come through later on this week and use our faction accounts. I think I'm going to do a stream midweek using our faction accounts, which would be pretty cool to see. Getting through here, getting ready for Solus. And again, guys, big shout out to BMO and Miller of letting me borrow the heroes that I need to go ahead and make my progression within the Cursed Realm. Very cool. So he is, yeah, my $100. There we go. So most of you know, guys, Yukio was a pay to get hero. So he was actually, we can put some better gear on him. He is actually a hero you had to buy. There was no other option with Yukio being the MVP. He was a hero you had to purchase. There was no other way to get him. I'm going to have to build him out. I'm going to have to throw some furniture on there just because he's a hero that nobody ever uses and most players don't even have. Even a lot of players have no option to garrison because as we continue in AFK Arena, you can't get him. He's an older hero that you cannot get. And then also within the friends list, if your friends do not have Yukio, you cannot even get Yukio if your friends don't have him. So again, it's pretty cool to see the hero actually having a use or some viability out of literally just sitting here. I got a plus 30 signature item, got probably years ago at this point, which is kind of crazy. King's Tower 920 R2 is a Flora Stage and people are using Thorn Cheese. Yes, Thorn Cheese, absolutely. Is it a good strategy to have one copy of each hero at least? Some of the heroes, Carol, you have to have built out. So that's really one of the big things is a lot of heroes, if you have a copy of, it doesn't make a difference. You always have to, there's a lot that you have to have built, honestly. That's really the thing. So even if you have one copy of the hero, there's a couple I think that I don't even have a copy of. Again, if I had a copy, it's not going to make a difference with the level deficiencies we're pushing here. It's not going to do anything. How do you join the Cursed Realm? So the Cursed Realm has different requirements. So once you get to the Cursed Realm, there is I think it's a requirement here. Maybe it shows, maybe it's, there's a place in here it shows, I'm trying to think just off the top of my head, but there is a certain, it says out here, doesn't it say at the beginning? Right there. So Resonating Crystal, 350 or have 30 Ascended tier heroes to enter. Those are the requirements, and the requirements change. So if you're looking to go into the Cursed Realm, guys, here is the requirements to enter the Cursed Realm. As you can see, it refreshes in 17 hours. This does change. It is like a dynamic, I think it's a dynamic realm, but this will change when you're going through. How can I counter Zafriel in the campaign? Zafriel in the campaign, I think Aziz can do it. I think Aziz can, the awakened version of Aziz can actually do it pretty well. I'm trying to think who else, because he comes straight to the allied side. Anything that you can do to stun him, a lot of players do run like a combination of the awakened Aziz with Zolrath will work pretty well. Zafriel, if Athalia, I'm not sure if Athalia can lock him down. I think you can as well. Is John being used at all? Not sure who John is. Yeah, but like I was saying, with one hero of each, it doesn't really make much sense, which we almost got Valorous, guys. One more will be Legendary Plus. I'm going to save up my red chests in here. We have 179. So definitely going to save those to build her up a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Vert can counter him too with the traps. There's quite a few Zafriel that can be countered with, but you just need to have them built. That's one of the big ones. I think my next Celestial hero is going to be a maxed out Audrey. I think Lucretia. Yeah, Audrey is good. Audrey is a hero, again, that I have focused on building. I got to build up some of her engraving, just saving resources at this point, because I actually just got Queen up to the plus 30 engraving, which is where I wanted. I'm going to continue building her out as well. Getting the rest of her furniture. Got Leonardo. Plus 30s, guys, we're building a lot of plus 30s. And a lot of it has to do with building out, even Estrelda, I need the plus 30, building out a lot of these heroes to maximize what we're doing within that cursed realm. That is really one of the big ones. Verk's niche spot right there. Oh, thank you. Just a Relopt. Hope I'm doing well. Yes, guys, doing great. I have to do some shopping today. I'm hoping to cut the grass. We've had some pretty bad rainstorms out here in Michigan. We went out to Great Wolf Lodge, which was awesome. Went to Cedar Point, which is absolutely amazing. So as you can see, my face is a little bit red today. 2 days in the sun, but it was a lot of fun with the kids. Sorry, guys. So that'll do it for Sunday's live stream 43-9. Making progression in here is going to be slow. We know it is going to be, but definitely go in here, guys. Check out the Shadow Invasion. I'm going to be trying this out. Again, I think they need leaderboards. I think they need a lot of different things in here. Now that we know the game works, they'll make it a lot more viable and also offer rewards in here for using the different heroes. I wish they would have opened it up to the rest of the legendary heroes. So I wish they would add more heroes in here, like down here. I wish we could run around as Savius or run around, as Golas, run around as Arden with a rooting ability. It would be awesome if they added, again, some of this functionality in here with just some of the legendary heroes that you could use them within the new game mode, Shadow Invasions, and they do have to add more stages. I think if they add more quests, add more stages, this is going to be a viable game mode if they put more into it, which would be awesome to see. All right, Rel, that's right. I remember Rel from last time. All right, guys, so again, that'll do it for our stream for today. Have a great Sunday, guys. Have a lot of content coming up. Have a lot of Awakened Soulless that is going to be coming up pretty soon. I think this week it's going to be the patch notes. We're going to see probably some screenshots. We're going to also see the story with exactly how she is going to become awakened. It seems like it's Respin combined with Soulless, which is going to be very, very cool to see. So again, guys, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.